What up, though? It's your brother Jay Israel. Welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time here, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell. That way you don't miss out on the realest content on YouTube. So you see the title, you see the thumbnail, you should already know what we're talking about today. That's right, the Mossberg 590A1. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a little bit of gun range footage, and then we're gonna bring it right back to a tabletop review.
Yeah, I know that's good. That's expensive. With the bed. That's good.
Very nice.
Appreciate it. Dang, y'all, I done caught a body out here. All right, you guys, so I hope that y'all enjoyed that footage, man, at the range. That's right, we talking about the 590, man, the 590 A1 Mossberg. Just a disclaimer, all weapons in this video have been cleared. Besides that ammo that's on the side there, there's no ammo in the area, so we good. So we got that on out the way. But yeah, man, this is the Mossberg 590 A1. Just a beautiful gun, beautiful, reliable, everything that you're gonna probably want in the shotgun. I'm pretty sure you done saw all the reviews that I done saw off this gun, so and that brought you to this one. And this is gonna be a little bit of different review, man. Just kind of giving y'all an average guy's opinion on this gun. So let's go ahead and get right to it. First and foremost, yeah, the weapon is chambered in 12 gauge. Talking about a big bullet, man, big round, man, big cartridge, you know, can do some heavy damage, man. I'm gonna be throwing in some clips, you know, throughout the video, but just to show y'all what I'm talking about, 1 second, I decided to go ahead and keep my couple of my targets, man. So just want to show y'all, man, what a double lock butt can do to you. See y'all through the hole. You know, that's 5 shots of double lock butt. This was at 10 yards out. Do some damage to you, man. Then we also got some slugs. 5 slugs, 10 yards out. Don't worry about these little boys down here. We're shooting some extra stuff out there on the range. But man, do you see how massive this hole is? That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, if I'm gonna get shot with something, I hope it ain't no shotgun, man, because it's, you know, it's a lot of power. It's a big bang for your buck. Very cheap round at that. You know, 12 gauge shotgun ammo is pretty cheap. You can get like a box of 25 like bird shot for probably like $12–15 or something like that. So very cheap ammo. Very destructive type of ammo, you know, very destructive type of gun. As far as the size and the weight go, this is actually not that bad as far as weight go. It's not that heavy of a gun, even when it's fully loaded. You know, it's real easy to, well, I'm not gonna say real, well, yeah, real easy to like carry around. You know, if you're talking about SHTF and you know you need a run and gun type of weapon, you know, you can hold things down with the shotgun for sure. You know, be able to move around, kind of get your thing done, and you know, do what you gotta do, take care of business. So as you can see, like I said, I was shooting today at, you know, everything I was shooting today was all 10 yards out. 10 yards is about, you know, my ideal practice, you know, range or distance. So as far as accuracy go, very accurate, man. Very accurate, you know, especially with the slugs. You know, I didn't shoot it out 20–25 yards, but I'm sure that this weapon wouldn't have, you know, any issue with making contact that far out. You know, guys go hunting with these type of guns and stuff like that. So definitely a very accurate gun, at least the model that I have. I know that like with the Mossberg, you got like the 590, and then you got like the 590 A1. So this model is the A1 version. It's a little bit more beefier. You know, has a few extra things as far as how it was built. You know, with the barrel and you know the finishing touches to it, and all of that kind of just go into play with really kind of like the longevity of the gun, you know, assisting with the longevity of the gun. You know, this is something that you would see, you know, police, you know, have these, military, things like that. You know, a lot of them got this particular shotgun. You know, as far as ergonomics go, shotgun is a pretty simple weapon. Like I said, weapon is clear, but hey, you rack it and it's good to go. I mean, that sound right there is just whew, something a little beastly, man. But yeah, you know, you rack it, is, you know, it's good to go. As far as like the breakdown, the cleaning and everything like that, I don't like, this is one of those weapons that I don't like to shoot because you know, the cleaning process behind it. Not that it's really a hard, it's really not a hard cleaning process behind this gun, if I'm being truthful, but it does take, take a little bit of time. Me, I prefer to have a gun that I can break down clean and it's back and ready to go in less than 15 minutes. Shotguns, I'm not, too much familiar with them. Besides this one, I got one additional shotgun. Actually, it's not a shotgun. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure, I don't know. And that's all the government analytics and all that kind of stuff. I pay attention to it when I have to pay attention to it. But yeah, I got, another shotgun. This one right here, which is the Mossberg 590 Shockwave. I'm not, too familiar with the shotguns. And like I always say, I didn't grow up with guns in the household and things like that. So a lot of these things a lot of this stuff is new to me. But as far as, like I said, I've owned this particular shotgun for a few years now. So, and I don't shoot it too much because it's like my main home defense weapon. Any weapon that I use for like any type of self-defense, I try not to put too much wear and tear on it. I don't know. It's just kind of my mindset. I don't try not to shoot it. So I don't shoot this weapon at all, much at all. Like I said, it's been probably probably 2-3 years since I've shot in this gun. So like I said, as far as like in the breakdown and things like that, it's not too difficult, but it is a little bit different. It's a lot of a lot of moving pieces, a lot of different things you gotta take apart in order to break this gun down. The trigger, very good trigger on here, man. You rack it, it's a light trigger, it's not a heavy trigger. Once you squeeze that thing, it's going off for sure. So very beautiful trigger. Not too sure if you can actually change out triggers and stuff like that on the Mossbergs. Comment down below, let me know if you can. But yeah, the trigger, like I said, trigger works very, very fine. Not only on the 590, but also on the Shockwave as well. They both, I've had no issues with, with squeezing the trigger and things like that, or trying to speed shoot and stuff like that. I've always had pretty good results with it. Now, so like with this model, like I said, it is the 590A1. I believe every 590A1 come with the same type of sights. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, it's been a year since I purchased this gun, so I'm pretty, maybe things could have changed by now and whatnot. But the sights on here, I absolutely love them. These sights are very accurate, man, and easy to really just kind of get your eye on your target, man. As you can see from the back here, that it comes with this O-ring with the 2 lips on the side, and it's a pretty big O-ring too, so you can easily see that front sight post right there, which is that big orange whoop-de-whoop. Very easy to see. Very easy, very and very accurate too, man. Like I said, I don't know if I've really shot too many long distances with this firearm, but 10-15 yards for sure. This gun very accurate, hitting its target, and I'm talking about small groupings. Even like I said, you looking at these are all slugs right here, so just look at that. That's to me, that's that's what you want to see out of your shotgun, man. So very great, very great, very accurate, man, as far as like when you're shooting with slugs and stuff like that, or even when you're shooting with like birdshot, or you shooting with buckshot, so on and so forth. Definitely a very accurate gun. Now the overall feel, I don't know, this could be a little bit weird. I mean, both these guns, they have their pros and cons, right? So I think I mentioned it in my last week video when I was talking about the Galil, that I personally prefer shorter guns, just to be able to to move around. Like I said, if you got to clear your house out or whatever it is, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier to move around and get better positions and move around with your firearm when they're shorter. This thing, like I said, it's not a heavy gun or anything like that, but this is a big, big firearm to be trying to move. Like I said, if you got to clear your house out, it's gonna be, I just feel like it's gonna be kind of some difficulties to come with it, which was the reason that I picked up, like I said, the Shockwave. I prefer just to be able to, like I said, you know, move around a little bit better. Just like I said, just to be able to move around a little bit better. I prefer those shorter guns. But overall, I would say that the feel, you know what I'm saying, when you got this gun in your hand, I feel like you'll be able to, you know, whatever it is your intentions on using it for as far as defense go, you know, it's not a bad gun to have. You know, like I said, it's a little bit longer, so moving around, you know, if you're going to be a little bit more stationary, you know, in your home, if you got like a designated, you know, spot or whatever, then you good with this. You know, my uncle tell me all the time. My uncle tell me all the time. You know, if somebody come to your house, man, what you want to do is you want to find yourself a corner, put your back up against the corner. That way, you got the whole point of view in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can come up behind you or nothing like that. You got everything in front of you. So if you hold down, you know, a good spot, you got you some good cover, and you got this, and you got 2-3 guys up in your house, this is not a bad weapon to have. But like I said, if you're trying to be on some more, you know, moving shoot type of thing, whether it's clearing the house or SHTF, you got to be on the run. I don't know. I just feel like something like this is a little bit better and a little bit easier to handle. Now, there are plenty aftermarket parts to go with this gun. I mean, this gun has been out for, you know, for a very long time, for years, man. I think probably since the 80s, 90s or something like that. So there are definitely a lot of aftermarket parts that you can add to this gun. You can change out the stock here. I think Mossberg, they offer one that's pretty well. You can change out this little handguard here. You know, you can customize a little bit more. My Shockwave, I kind of got a little bit built up a lot more than I do my the 598 one. So as you can see, like with the Shockwave, I got the little heat shield up here. This is a Streamlight teal racker. You know, it has a front, you know, flashlight on there. Ooh, just like that. You see, I got the, you know, the side rail to throw the additional ammo, and then even on top here, you got a Picatinny rail. You can throw your sights on here, you know, red dots, whatever. So this one is a little bit more customized than this one. So, but it's just kind of just to show you an example of the, you know, the versatility and the different aftermarket and, you know, upgrades that you can do, not only to the, you know, the Shockwave, but also to the 598 one. So definitely a lot of aftermarket parts if you're looking to get more specific stuff. I do plan to change out my handguard. I believe Streamlight have a they have one of these lights that's made for the full version here. So I do plan to swap that out sometime in the near future. Like I said, I like the sights, so I don't see me trying to adjust the sights. I might try to throw like one of these side rails on here so I can have some additional ammo. For now, I just have like this little like sleeve type, you know, on the back here to you know, have a couple extra bullets. So as far as value, I didn't do like research on what the current market and the current prices are on these are going. But I believe when I purchased mine, it was about $500–600. Not too bad for a nice quality, you know, shotgun that's going to last for a long time. And I believe even with the Shockwave, I think I probably paid about $400–500 or something like that for this one. So definitely, you know, $500 might be a lot to, you know, might be a lot to some people. But if you got, you know, a couple extra change, man, and you in the market for a shotgun, you know, $500–600. If you see one of these on the market and you're looking for a quality shotgun, I'm gonna definitely say, you know, something that you might want to consider investing in, man. It's not a bad weapon to have in your arsenal. You know, as far as like the 598 one go, you know, it's built, it has a little bit extra. So like with the barrel and the finishes and stuff like that, it's a little bit extras that's added onto it, which would, you know, definitely assist with the durability, which would assist with longevity. You know, this shotgun, you know, maybe it'd be passed down from generation in my family or something like that. Like, that's just, you know, it's a high quality gun for sure. Just like I said, just the way that it's built. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the regular Mossberg 590. It's just that I've never shot one. I mean, besides these, and I mean, even with these, I think these are just regular 590s itself, just a shorter version of it. So I've never had no issues with it for sure. And like I said, I've owned this one for years, and I've always, you know, never had no issues with it. You know, I shoot slugs, I shoot buckshot, birdshot. You know, all of the big, you know, the big bang, it has ran through these guns. So they don't, you know, they don't have no issues from my end. And I wouldn't have purchased either one of these guns had, you know, if, you know, throughout my research and watching other people's channels and blogs and stuff like that. You know, it has a pretty good track record. I've said it before, you know, when I purchased my Taurus PT-111, which was a budget-friendly gun, it was a lower quality gun. It had so many issues. I had so many issues with it. You know, that just put me in the mindset that moving forward, any gun that I purchase, it needs to be of quality. It needs to be top tier. You know, it gotta have bragging rights. You know, if I don't see some of the top, you know, channels that's out there talking about it, if I don't see some of the top blogs or something like that talking about it on Google and whatnot, you know, I probably won't purchase it. But definitely, you know, a lot of the, you know, like I said, big time guys is out there. You know, they definitely praise this gun for being just being an amazing gun. You know, whether it's military, whether it's, you know, police, law enforcement, self-defense. You know, this gun has always had some, you know, a pretty good track record. You know, and like I said, I wouldn't have purchased it. I wouldn't have purchased it if it was anything other than that. Now, so we get into the end of the video. Let's talk about philosophy of use. You know, what could this firearm be used for? Like I said, SHTF shit hit the fan. You need to hold down the fort. You need to, you know, keep your house protected. Definitely a weapon for that. You know, if you got to be on the run and gun, you know, during those type of times, if they ever occur, definitely a great gun for that. You know, you can use it for hunting, you know, things like that. For me personally, this is my go-to home defense weapon. You know, my go-to home defense weapon right here. You know, like I like to say, I don't got no problems with nobody, and I hope nobody wouldn't have no problems with me. But you come knocking on my door, I just like how that, you know, that rack, man, just something different. But you know, that's just real talk, man. For me, it's definitely my main go-to home defense weapon. I usually have it, how I have it set up is I go with some buckshot, boom, and I follow it up with some slugs. And that's just how I keep it, that's how I keep them chambered. Buck slug, buck slug, buck slug. So, you know, if you got, you know, three, four guys think they about to kick your door in, I'm gonna smack you with that buck and I'm gonna spray the whole area. And then if you want to be ignorant, if you want to be, you know, you don't value your life and you want to, you know, continue on whatever your mission is, and I'm gonna hit you with that slug right there for that pinpoint accuracy. And like we said, how many of these you think you really wanna play with? How many of these? Like, look at that, look at these holes, man. Look at the holes. Look at that. Look at that slug. Do you really? I mean, come on now. Let's be serious. But like I said, I don't welcome no type of negativity, nothing like that, man. I don't want no problems with nobody that don't want problems with me. But yeah, my home defense weapon for sure. You know, definitely got this. This is mine's right here, and this one right here is actually wifey's. You know, she gonna be able to hold things down with this right here, but I'm gonna be the head guy in charge with the big boy. But yeah, philosophy of use, man. Like I said, you know, definitely a SHTF gun, definitely a home defense gun. Just overall not a bad weapon to have in your arsenal, man. You know, if you don't have a shotgun in your arsenal and maybe you're thinking about one, or like I said, if you just don't got one in your arsenal, pick up one or two of these right here. You know, whether it's the full-blown 590A1, whether it's regular 590, or if you're going with a shockwave, man, holding down your household, man, with this right here in the bump of the night, you know, and somebody in your household that ain't supposed to be there, man. You just let off one shotgun round. It ain't even got to be buck slug. You know, it can be some bird shot. You get hit with, you know, 100 pellets, man. Come on, hot pellets. I don't think it's really a problem that you won't. And yeah, man, that's gonna pretty much wrap up this video. Appreciate if you watched it all the way through. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment down below. You know, if you own a Mossberg, whether it's the 590, the 590A1, if it's a 930, whatever. You know, if you own a Mossberg, or even if you own those Remington, I think they're called the Remington 870s. You know, definitely a competitive gun for this. Yeah, if you own one of those, man, comment down below. Let me know, you know, what are your thoughts on it. But yeah, man, that's gonna pretty much wrap this up. As always, keep it real with God and keep it real with yourself. Shalom.